Hello everybody, this is Elliot from Bravo Gaming, and I've come with you with another ship to show off. Yep, it's this ship before you. I keep forgetting these names. It's the Tython. I can't remember the actual code of it. If I actually bring up the code, it's the TOG16RL Star Escort Tython. It is meant to be a small ship. It's a big ship, but it's not meant to be a large, big ship, if that makes sense. So it's not as big as the Illustrious, which I consider quite a small ship anyway. It's very lightly armoured, and I know it has a lot of weapons in there. I kind of did that just so I had a small light ship to fight off enemies, friends, whoever really took my fancy. So if we go inside, we've got two docking ports either side. Of course, that gravity, let's close the door, and we should get oxygen pretty much straight away. In fact, the whole entire ship is, I should have actually designed this ship so it would also be created with oxygen in mind. So if we actually go to the front end, this is the, there's not much to this front end actually, to be fair. You can see it's just where the battery storage. This whole thing is powered by batteries. There is not a single reactor in here. It's charged up by a station or a ship, and then it just keeps going. It's not designed to ever use uranium. So yeah, I don't know why I did it like that. I just thought it would be cool. That is very poorly built. I understand. See, these ships are designed. My older ships that I've designed when I was still experimenting new with the game. In fact, I'm still relatively new to the game. I've yet to get to like a level of, I don't know, like Aaron from Last End Gamers or even Sage from his Sage channel. To be fair, his ships are pretty blocky, but they still look good. And Aaron's look positively gorgeous. See, these pipes actually go outside, and in order to keep the air in, I've actually, for every wall block I've actually put a conveyor block in as if like a blocker. You can see it above the door as well, put a conveyor block up there. And I tried to put a lot of interior plates in. Interior walls in, that is. Because it's 3 times lighter. It uses more resources, but it's 3 times lighter. And the object of this particular ship was to be light in the first place. I just wanted to be able to zoom up. This is obviously without any modifications. This has got no mods whatsoever. If we open this side, hopefully the door's closed. That is sucking out air like no tomorrow. I'm going to close this door to be on the safe side as well. I don't like the idea of keeping I'm going to turn the lights off. So it is a little bit dark here, but it does brighten up a little bit with the lights. So here I believe is, because they've not given us too much to play around with, I could put chairs in, but I would ultimately love to be able to put a bed in there, maybe a wardrobe or a shower in another area, because these are meant to be like crew quarters. I would love to, or at least 2 beds per crew quarter, each with their own independent oxygen supply. So should part of the ship be blasted out, some of these areas will still remain oxygenized and safe. Of course, it's all like our interior plates just to help, although they're not very strong. And like I said, this is not really designed for battle like most of my ships actually. When I build a warship, I think I'll go all out. So I would say, actually, to be fair, my normal ships are pretty heavily armoured considering they're not actually warships. So there's actually 3 sets of these rooms. They're all just cabins really for crew quarters. Or storage if I need to. I can turn one into bit of a glitch there. European. So I'd maybe turn this one into like a prison or a holding cell, and turn the other one into diplomatic room or something like. There's a lot of options open for these rooms, and I like to keep it that way until there's more items come out, such as like bedding, maybe a shower, cooking equipment, a toilet. I'm going to keep it like that. Hang on. Oh no, I've got 4 sets of these rooms. I forget how long the ship is actually. It is still a small ship, but it is surprisingly long. I tried to keep it compact as possible as well, hence why down there you saw exposed piping, but the piping down here is fine. Of course, like everything, my ships are always survival compatible. So here we move on to a slightly more armoured area of my ship. So this is the oxygen generation and general storage room. And, well, I guess because you've seen this, you'll understand what I have. I have the usual coding. I've forgotten the guy's done it. What I'll do is I'll put his workshop content on there, on my descriptions, of course. I cannot claim credit. I did not code this, and I will not claim credit for it. So this is oxygen storage. This is actually a long haul storage. It's designed to have a lot of oxygen, a lot of resources, as you can tell, and of course a lot of battery. Those batteries are actually 3 layers thick. There's 3 lots of them, I believe. And of course, they're not the only batteries I have. I've got batteries where you wouldn't expect in this place. So of course, I did actually recently retrofit this place to have the interior blocks. So it's probably why the colour's not right or something. Of course, I got a very big lift area actually. I figured, like, if one gets damaged, there'll be more areas. Like, this isn't meant to be in the heat of fight. I shouldn't be worried about people coming in and taking part, storming the ship. The ship would be hard to get past anyway with all those rocket launchers. Anyway, we go into the main bridge. So we actually we have all the air vents. I had to make this smaller so we could see exactly. So, for example, air vent, right airlock. That is currently. There's no oxygen in there. And of course, all the other air do have oxygen. So I thought that was a really handy hint, but it was very difficult to get that going. It just didn't seem to work as well. It just kept glitching out. So I'm surprised it is working now. Of course, we've got the usual power input, power output, battery stored. Of course, I actually don't have any reactors. As you can see, reactor count 0. I've actually put the cargo space on here as well to see how much cargo I have left. And of course, the oxygen tanks are about 59.64% full. Because this ship I have probably just let so much air out. But as you can see, the cockpit itself is quite slant. The idea was for it to be somewhat stealthy. Of course, I always recommended to turn it black to turn it proper stealthy. But I like the idea of people seeing my signature colours and going, "Oh crap, we better run," which probably won't happen. But it is a crew of a minimum crew of 7. It's normally about 7 plus captain, possibly more. It can be flown around with 1. Like, this is generally set up because there's only 1 of me. For example, if I zoom out, each one is controlled. They're all can be turned on and off. So, for example, if I'm going toward enemy territory and I don't want to cause first contact, but I want them there just in case, and I don't want to actually kill anyone, I can just turn them off. And should they fire first, just turn them back on, and we're all good again. I actually have the ability to close all doors. This will literally close every single door within the whole thing. Number 8 is actually closing. Not number 8, sorry. Number 6 will close only the crew quarters doors. Just in case, just have them locked down and they can't be opened up. Of course, batteries on recharge and then power again. Of course, even with battery full power, batteries being used, it's only using 0.08% of the power, which is pretty eco. I'll show you the engine in a sec. I've also got, I think number 7, I believe, is left hanger outside lock. So if I believe I can shut down. Yeah, so if I press those 2, they'll shut down the outer doors, the closing down, so I can pressurise the room in case they've been left open or something. This ship is actually, as you can see, landing gear. It is actually designed to be able to land on. Like I said, it's not designed to be a big ship. It's light, manoeuvrable, and Not as fast as I hoped it would be, but fast enough. It slows down nicely. Yeah, it's just not meant to be an attack ship. It's just, although granted, I've got a lot of missile launchers on there. I may have gone a bit overboard in there. For a non-attack ship, it's surprisingly well armoured. But like so many people do that, they consider a non-attack ship very like that amount of missile launchers. But then they will have much bigger ships, and they're just covered in them things. And I don't like that. I'd like large ships with less weapons. It just makes it more realistic. Because if you look at Star Wars, the ships aren't just covered. It's not just basically weapons and then a bit of a ship in the centre. So actually on here I've got a secondary panel. As normal, I've got a standard docking procedure where I can open and close them, have them extend outwards. This will help with the charging. So I can have a ship pull up and charge the batteries on this ship. And of course locking, let's close them down. So the ship does accelerate relatively well. I'm actually going to turn off my, I don't want them on. I don't like having my missile launchers idle. I like to have them all just pointing in one direction and not move unless they're attacking something. It just feels more realistic. I just don't like it. Plus it ruins your frame rate. Anyway, so moving forward, to accelerate, it only uses 4%. It really doesn't use much power, which is really helpful for when you're trying to... For a big ship, it does accelerate nicely. It does turn nicely. It's got enough gyroscopes. It stops quite quickly as well. It is actually a good little ship. But it has no hangar bay. It's got nothing. I got a general rigid look to it. I called it the Tython because I was playing Star Wars, the Old Republic at the time. But yeah, I put a little bit of ribbing in there just to bulk it out, because I worried that my shapes just look a little too blocky, like they do actually. They look a little bit blocky on the side there, the underneath, and the top. But I did try to fill it out with some armour blocks and stuff. So yeah, so that's this ship, the Tython. If you have any suggestions on what ships I should build next, if you'd like to see me build something for you guys, if you'd just like to generally comment, just comment in the comment section below, and of course subscribe for more ships designs and let's plays. Thank you for listening. See ya.